Next question is, the audience asks, what is one defining thing about you or your campaign?
Funniest?
Sorry?
What is the what?
Most, one defining thing about you.
Defining.
Sorry. In your campaign that sets you apart from each other, Ms. Mobley.
My one defining thing that sets me apart, I honestly think it would be my energy. My whole entire life, have been kind of made fun of for being like the bubbly, crazy person. But in all honesty, sometimes craziness gets things done. The ability to stay up 26 hours and not sleep in a day when there's only 24 hours in a day, that's pretty rootin' tootin' good. And I feel like my energy level of my campaign is for you guys. It's a reflection of how much I love you guys and a reflection of how much I want to do on the campus, and it's a reflection of what the energy I'll have once I'm in Congress president, if elected, to be able to execute well. So I hope that my energy is recognizable for you guys, and I hope you see my enthusiasm because it's a reflection of how I care about you guys.
Defining characteristic of my campaign or myself personally, I'm going to go with myself personally. I have been around this campus or grew up here so much to speak. I've just been here for a long time. People will say, "Oh, you're a sophomore. What do you know?" Like, whatever. I've been here 2 years just as a student, but before that, I was on this campus and I knew a lot of kids. I came here a lot. I went to a lot of the events that were here on campus. I don't know if any of you guys know, but when the president was inaugurated, our latest president, Jay Mosley, when he was inaugurated, they had an entire week-long thing of events. And I remember those events like it was yesterday. I remember I went to every single one of them. I can remember being here for basketball games when I was little or football games. I can tell you what the score of the 2000 homecoming game was or whatever it happens to be, which gives me a very interesting understanding of exactly how students on this campus work. We're a lot of kids, most of us, I mean, a large majority, are upper to middle class even. Kids from Indiana. I mean, it's the demographic we fill, and I understand that, and I understand a lot of the needs that go on with that, and I think it gives my campaign just an interesting perspective on our campus.
Thank you. Next question asks, states that both candidates are Greek, and then it asks, do both of you feel that the campus has put a stranglehold on Greek life? Scheduling conflicts between Greek organizations and campus events have become, as they say, ridiculous. And the Greeks are the ones that suffer. What are your
Greeks
thoughts?
are the ones that what? I apologize.
Suffer.
Greeks make up a good percentage of the campus, and so when you put all our events on a calendar, calendars can be pretty dotted and pretty colorful, and it does kind of impose some difficulties in our time management and what we can get done, and it may kind of feel sometimes like it's constraining us. But in all reality, the benefits that Greek life brings to the campus, I wouldn't say you could look on the scheduling conflicts as a negative thing. If anything, it's a constructive conflict, because what's so sad about having a lot of philanthropies, and what's so bad about having tons of meetings, and what's so bad about staying up late to get your homework done because you had a Greek meeting? In our reality, we're only here 4 years, and then we're gone, and we're gonna look back at those nights and we're, man, I sure did enjoy that event, and I'm glad I got my homework done, and I'm glad it all got done. So and I don't know how I could address that as Congress president. It really doesn't necessarily have to do with Greek life too much. But from a personal student opinion, I can say that I welcome the constraints on the schedule, and I'm going to be embracing them, I guess.
Greek life on this campus is about 33%. 33% of the kids on this campus are Greek. Sure, it's a large chunk, but it used to be a lot bigger. It used to be 54%, 60%, or it used to be even like DePaul. It was 79%, or whatever it happens to be. Being it is only 33%, I'm not saying it's not important. I don't think it's putting a stranglehold on Greek life at all. I mean, Greek life, we had some great numbers. I'm an SAE. We had some great numbers this year as far as getting kids out and getting kids. I mean, we have a spring pledge. We don't usually have spring pledges. I mean, just something that we don't do. And I don't think it's putting a stranglehold on our events either. I mean, sure, the way it was set up for the spring, some of you know or don't know, usually GGP, for example, is the same week as Greek week. That just didn't work out this year. It's not the same thing. And a lot of people said, well, we lost a weekend, or we did this, or man, I wish we could have this event, or I wish we could have this philanthropy, or I wish we could have this meeting. Well, it just doesn't work out that way. And sometimes it takes more than 10 minutes to figure out a problem or figure a solution to that problem. I think really truthfully, Greek life on this campus is a great thing. Of course, I'm Greek and I'm saying that, but it's a great thing for our campus. We're not getting a stranglehold. We're not at all. But as far as making it a little harder to, put things on a calendar, it is a little bit tougher now because there's more organizations. There's more things that the students are involved in, and that's important to our campus. It's great for our campus.
Thank you. Next question asks, what have you done on Student Congress to prove that you can do the position that you're running for?
All right. I talk a lot on campus or on Congress. I do a lot of talking. In fact, I get teased at during meetings for maybe putting too much input in or having too much to say. But I feel like when I'm out on campus, I'm listening. And that's why I'm able to talk a lot in meetings, is because I've listened to what you've said, and I've listened to your complaints, and just in chit-chatting, I've heard your voice, and I bring that back to campus or to Congress. And so I talk a lot on campus, I talk a lot on Congress in order to solve issues like needing a spirit section, or starting spirit days for games, or starting the community representative group, working towards cell phone reception, because Lord knows we all hate not having our cell phones available when we want them to. These are the type of things I've worked on in Congress this year as cabinet. But as a cabinet member, I don't just work on my own committee. I help and work on every committee, whether that's traditions and programs, honors and election, finance committee, judicial committee. I'm leaving some out, publicity committee. These are all committees that I've got to work on and be a part of through cabinet, in correlation with my own committee, and in correlation to being talkative in meetings and listening on campus. So it all kind of ties together in one big bubble of my work on Congress.
One of the things that I think that I've done that really sets me apart a little bit is that I tried to do a couple different things when I first got into Congress. When I walked in the room, I kind of stayed quiet, sat back in the corner, and really took a relaxed approach to see really how Student Congress worked and how it was going to affect my life and how I could help affect students. And I can remember walking out of my first Student Congress meeting. I'd just gotten sworn in, kind of nervous because I had to stand up in front of everybody, And I walked out of the room and I thought to myself, I'm supposed to be representing the entire sophomore class. So I got on my phone and I called 10 people I knew in the sophomore class. And I said, hey, I just got my first Student Congress meeting. And some of them were like, great, have a nice day, Good for you. I was like, no, listen, I got to ask you a question. I said, they had a question about, I don't remember what it was exactly, but should we do this program or whatever it happened to be? What do you think? And some of them said, oh, whatever, I don't know, I don't care. Or people said, yeah, sure, whatever you want to do, Hommell, I'll be there. Okay, great. And I can remember that a couple months later, I called the same 10 people about the program after it happened. And they were like, yeah, it was great, man. When are we going to do another one? Man, I'm so excited about that. Hey, dude, that rocked, man. Oh, that was some fire, man. Which is great, It's exciting to get some good feedback. But I feel like I've made those people excited to be on campus. And if I can do it with 10 people, I sure as heck can do it with the 1,000 that are on campus. And I'm ready to do that.
Mr. Hommell, time's up.